That's the latest. There has been a slight change here, and Saturday is the day, June 21st. It's coming up here in a couple of days. Celebration of life for Larry from Shelby. It's doors open at 12. It begins at 2. And we say hello to Jeni Jones, who is the organizer and, far more important, Larry's closest friend. And Jeni, I know this isn't easy. We want to begin by offering our sincerest condolences. It was just a couple weeks ago when we learned what you have been seeing firsthand for so long. Good afternoon.
Hey, how are y'all?
Jeni, we're doing okay. Most important, how are you doing? And what can you tell us because Larry meant so much to all of us, but we didn't know him like you knew him.
Well, y'all didn't see much side of him that I didn't. He was hilarious in every way possible. I am missing him like crazy. Missing the goofy phone calls I get, because not only did you guys get goofy phone calls, but I got them too. About making sure his power bill was paid, or he needed to buy a pair of shoes and he didn't know how to do it online or something. It was always something with him, and never a dull moment. So, yeah, it's a little hard, but each day is being a little bit better, and putting this whole thing together for Larry helps in every way of keeping my mind off of it. So, this past weekend, actually, my kids came down, and that took my mind off of it as well. So that helped. So I'm really thankful for my son Lucas that done that for me.
Well, Jeni, let's talk a little bit about, because you are it. In the aftermath of Larry's passing, nobody really knew what to do. We all wanted to do something, but you've actually done it. So take us through the process. You made some decisions. You have come up with a site. Tell us about that, and then we can go into a little more detail on what the day is going to be like.
Okay, well, like I said, I first had it in Leeds, but I didn't want to take the chance of having too many people there, and I didn't want to tell anybody no. So I found a really beautiful place in Birmingham, and actually, I think it was Don from your other show that you had, went and looked at it. He said it's absolutely beautiful. I've just seen pictures on the internet, so I don't really know what it looks like in person. But he said that it's beautiful and it will be the best place. And it's going to be at The Sage, and it's 200 28th Street South, Birmingham, Alabama. And like I said, I did have it on there at 2 o'clock, but if people want to start showing up at 12, I'm going to have food there. I know we're going to do like different little finger foods and some hot wings and chicken, and we're doing a bunch of Boston butts to do barbecue sandwiches. So there's going to be food there. I'm going to have some Bud Light there just for Larry. I mean, if anybody wants to drink some, that's fine. I'm going to have like waters, Cokes, Sprites, things like that there too. Yeah, so it's going to be really fun, and I hope that everybody gets there, and it's kind of going to be an open mic kind of thing where just anybody that wants to talk about him, get everybody's attention and just talk about him. You can mingle and talk about him with other people that's there. This is something I have not done before, but I want it to be fabulous just for Larry. So anybody that's got any ideas, let me know about it.
Yeah, and listen, we've communicated a number of times, and I want you to do it the way you want to do it. We don't want to do it like, the show. This is one thing, but I think the most important thing I want to point out, though, is you are going all out on this, and everybody wants it to be successful. Before we even get to what the program is going to be like, how can all of us, myself included, help you make sure that everything is taken care of here?
Well, the one thing that I've never liked to do is ask anybody for money or help or any kind of way, but anything will help. If you want to bring food, if you want to donate anything, your time, money, it doesn't matter. If you guys got clips of him, if you guys have got pictures, bring them. I'm going to have all the pictures that I have Just anything that anybody wants to do is more than welcome. I'm happy that anybody wants to do anything.
So, Jeannie, I don't know if you may not be able to see this, but we have a picture of you and Larry from the Fuzzy Mule in 1994. What can you tell us about this?
Oh my Lord. Okay, so when I met Larry, I was 19 and he was 44, and we hit it off perfect to begin with. And the Fuzzy Mule was in Leeds, right there beside the Bass Pro Shop. And well, the Bass Pro Shop obviously wasn't there, but we would go in Fuzzy Mule all the time. He actually had me in there underage, and I was acting as my sister because my sister was of age. And but Larry would always tell him, "Hey man, I'm not going to bring somebody in here that's underage. I mean, I'm a cop for Leeds." And so, you know, they didn't think nothing about it. So I never got ID. But yeah, we would always go into there and got stuck in there in the snow of '93. We were stuck in there for 2 days. But we would go in there and we would dance, and Larry would do all those old-fashioned dances that they used to do, like my mom used to do and stuff. And it was so much fun. He was such a great teacher, how to dance and stuff. And that was one of the pictures that I found. And actually, Van, a friend of ours, that he had sent it to me. And he was like, "Jeni, check y'all out." And I was like, "Oh, my Lord, why did you even send me that? That's so crazy." But we had so much fun. We would dance all the time. And I mean, he's just a load of fun. I wish to God y'all could have actually got to see him do some of this stuff, because y'all would laugh like crazy.
Jeannie, considering the age difference, how did that work? How did that play with your friends and family?
Well, Larry was a cop for Leeds, so he knew my mom already, which I did not know. And when he met my mom, I was so scared. I was terrified that she was going to freak out because he was so much older than me. And then when she found out who he was, she was like, "Oh Lord, Jeni, I didn't know it was Larry." And I said, "Well, I mean, do y'all know each other?" And she was like, "I've known Larry for years." And he walks in there just acting like he owns the place. And "Hey, Kat, what's up?" Grabs her newspaper and just starts looking at the sports section.
So that was the beginning, and it sounded like this was a pretty special relationship.
Oh yeah, my entire family loved him. He actually had his own drywall business, and my brother did too, and they became instant friends and best friends. If I ever wanted to see my brother, you know, he would already be at the house most of the time. You know, him and Larry got along so well, and I'm so grateful for that. But we had a lot of fun working together, all three of us doing drywall together. But my entire family loved him. There was never anything bad, you know, in between anybody or nothing like that. Everybody just loved hanging out with him. He was so much fun. Never a dull moment. Not around Larry Wallace.
Jeni, what do you think in relation to what we knew of Larry? What do you think made him so unique? Because I've been all over the country the last couple of weeks, and I can be in an airport in Alabama or North Carolina or New York, and somebody is going to stop me and say, "Tell me about this Larry." He had such an impact on people.
He did, and I'll be honest with you. I lived about 10 minutes from Larry before my company from Birmingham moved me to Huntsville. And then actually I'm down in Panama City Beach now. But when I lived close to Larry, we would go to Home Depot all the time or anywhere, and people would hear him talking and would be cut around the corner going, "Are you Larry from Shelby?" And he would eat it up. He would love every single second of it. And I mean, just people would sit there and talk to him about fishing, about talking on the show, anything that anybody wanted to know about Alabama, go to Larry because he knew it. Anything, just fishing, Alabama. I mean, everything was so passionate for him. He really took everything to heart. He was the best person in the world to be friends with. Never gave you a problem. Well, I'm not going to say he never gave problems. He tried, but sometimes it wouldn't go across real well. Because I mean, I offered to whip his butt a few times, and he'd calm down after that. But yeah, it's so hard to explain Larry, but in so many words, you can just say he was the most wonderful person.
Well, we obviously feel this and have felt and forever will feel the same way, Jeni. Again, let me just remind people, we have put your email up, and it's for those listening on radio can't see it right now. It's pretty simple. Celebrating Larry, that's one word, celebrating Larry at yahoo.com. I have a number of friends who have contacted you. I'm not trying to overwhelm you, but I do want people to reach out to you if they can help in any way. It may be offering paper plates, it may be offering food, it may be offering a couple of dollars. We're not asking. This is not a telethon. We're just trying to make sure everybody enjoys it, and that you're not straddled and strapped with anything that you can't handle. So I just want you to make sure that we are all here. As far as Saturday. You said the doors open at 12. In terms, is this a reasonably big place, Jeni? Tell us about that.
Actually, I haven't seen it in person, but when I talked to the lady, she did tell me that it would hold 200 to 300 people.
Okay. And
there's no limit. It's just the seating part of it, because they have an outside garden that you can stand at. There is a place where most of the chairs and the tables are going to be set up at.
Okay.
That's inside. That's got like 2 big garage doors that we can open and connect the outside to the inside.
And
there's a big, huge bar area, so there's enough room for anybody. So anybody that wants to come, please do.
And tell us, Jeni, you've heard from so many people, I presume, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I don't know if there's in the history. I mean, I want to emphasize before you go. Yes, we are celebrating Larry. That is the most important thing. But this is not a maudlin event. This isn't your typical funeral that we go to. And you want everybody to have fun, because that's what Larry would have done, right?
Absolutely. If Larry would have noticed anybody being upset, he would probably come down and cuss us all out.
True.
I mean, I'm sure that the crying that I've done, he would be like, Jeni, stop you crying. I don't need all that. There ain't no business. You ain't got no business doing that. So he would have already cussed me out a few times. So, yeah, I just want us to all have a good time. I've got a couple of people that's wanting to say prayer. I've got a couple of people, or one person that wants to play his saxophone. And I think he was on one of your shows or connected to one of them somehow or another. I think his name is Keith Moore.
Okay, yeah, I know Keith.
But he's going to play, and just anything, we're just going to have a big party and just have a good time talking about Larry, reminiscing about stupid crap, that he's talked about and he's done. Like every time he went to the hospital, he always had to call you, without a doubt.
Well, I want you to know that we are looking forward to seeing you and making you even prouder of your friend over these many years. And we will do it Saturday. Again, I emphasize, if people need, I'm not trying to, I know you have a job, but if people want to reach out with help to help you, celebrating Larry at yahoo.com. And the Sage 200, I'm pretty familiar with Birmingham. It's right off of downtown. It's very easy to find. And Jeni, we will see you Saturday. Thank you very much.
That is awesome, and thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done. And please get with me if you need anything.
Okay, absolutely, Jeni. Thanks. As we celebrate Larry, we continue to celebrate Larry, and that will take place on Saturday. We will take a break. More to come right here after this.